Hey everyone, so this is my video for the Fall Retreat Facilitator application video. Um, so yeah, I guess I guess we'll go right into it. So the first question is, why do you or I want to be a Fall Retreat Facilitator? So for me, I feel like being this year is obviously one of the first Fall Retreat facilitators, and I think it'd be really influential to have to be a part of that. I think it'd be very an honorable thing. What I've seen is for spring facilitators, it's all about making sure that kids feel safe, feel welcomed, feel all of that. Something that I've noticed within Cicerones is that just because we've been here for a year, been here for 2, 3 years, it doesn't mean that you always feel that safety and feel that comfortability. I feel like for me, one thing is that I didn't feel that I didn't feel that my first year, and continuing on, I realized that you kind of need to be more um, welcomed into groups and more open about things. And I feel like since I have that background of at first not really feeling that comfortable and then getting to that comfortable stage where I feel welcomed and feel loved, I feel like I can really help some people out with that. The second question is, how do I plan to build morale for your group before and after fall retreat? So before fall retreat, I definitely plan on making sure that we all at least have dinner or lunch together, at least once. I know that is pretty much mandatory. However, I think that it's super important to eat together. A lot of people believe that in the saying, like, once you break bread, like that's kind of like the first opening. I'm a big guy. I love to eat, so I know other people love to eat. I know people that even if they don't really want to, at least they love being around the other people in Cicerones. So I definitely feel like going to dinner at least once. I also definitely want to try an activity with them that everyone kind of agrees on. That could be like mini golf in the area. That could be laser tag. It could be even like a small game of assassins with like silly string and stuff like that, just so everyone kind of gets to know each other. Because again, as I said before, not really everyone feels comfortable, so I want to make sure that before they feel that comfortability. After fall retreat, I definitely want to check in with everyone, probably have a reflection time where we can all sit together and talk about everything that we learned through fall retreat, everything that we felt through fall retreat, and how we can use that within Cicerones to make everyone better, not just as our small group, but as every single group together can collectively come as a whole. So, for the third and final question, how will I help in allowing for the membership's experience at Fall Retreat to be the most impactful? For me personally, I feel that Fall Retreat is like one of the first things that we all get to see each other from the summer break. And so we have that long break. Some people did study abroad in the spring, some people maybe were inactive in the spring. Some people may have just not been there, not been able to see anybody. And other people may have been hanging out the whole summer. However, this is still super, super important to them because it is a time where everyone's together collectively. So for me, to make it the most impactful, I personally feel that as long as people feel safe and comfortable and they feel like that they deserve a spot there and they feel that they're being welcomed in, I feel like that's going to be the most impactful thing, especially starting out the year. As we've seen, sometimes when you don't have that fun and you don't have that like factor into it, it doesn't end up being a great ending. And usually falls where we are usually great on our times and great with all of our hours. However, spring we usually decline a little bit. It's something that I really, really, really bad, really, really importantly want to do is make sure that we continue that greatness from throughout fall, throughout spring, and it really starts with the seating in fall retreat. So that's why it's going to be the most impactful thing I believe for every single Cicerone. And then on top of that, how am I specifically going to help? I feel that me reaching out to every single person in my group consistently throughout the fall, not just the first week, not just beforehand, not just afterwards, like for the second or third week after, like literally the whole time, and make sure they know that just because I'm their fall retreat leader, it doesn't mean that I'm better than them or anything like that, but it does mean that I'm always here for them no matter what they need, whether it's a question about tours, whether it's a question about programming, or if it's just a question about life and anything that they ever need.